Final exam review, notation. You might see a question like this that will ask for you to identify the pitch, the rhythm, and the dynamic for all these notes that we have here. So the first one, written in the treble clef, because it's on the top, the bottom one's the bass clef. Is this note a line or a space? Should be the first step. Now, just look at the note head. The line is going through the note head, or the note head is right on the line. Remember your mnemonics. Every good boy does fine, because it's treble clef. The spaces, F-A-C-E, they spell the word face. So, using that to help us, we can see it's on the fourth line, therefore it is D. So what you would write here is that the pitch is D. Now what's the rhythm? Look at the note. The way it looks, we have a stem, and we have a black note head, but no flag. So if you remember the order of all your pitches, whole note, just being the circle, just a note head, half note with the stem, quarter note is filled in, then 8th, 16th, 32nd, and so on have the flags. So this here is a quarter note. Okay? And then the dynamic is the script letter underneath it. F stands for Forte. Okay? So pitch is D. Whoa, went out of tune for some weird reason. And the rhythm is quarter note, and the dynamic is Forte. Next, be careful to observe the clefs. The way you remember is a treble clef is the G clef, means that this little curly Q here, circles around the G line, and on the bass clef, these two dots surround the F line, the F clef. So in the bass clef, G, B, D, E, F, what you can say is good boys do fine always. There's other silly ones like grizzly bears don't fly airplanes. What do you got to do to remember it? Whatever you have to do. The spaces, all cows eat grass, works. You can always just remember if the bottom line is G, after G is A, and then B, then C, and so on. So this one is a space. How do we know it's a space? Because the note head is in between the two lines, right? The line is not going through the note head. It is sitting in between the two lines, therefore it's a space. A, C, E, G, it's a C. Right? That's the pitch. The rhythm now, it has a stem, so it's not a whole note, and it's not colored in. So we call that a half note. That's the rhythm. Dynamic, P. What's P stand for? Piano. Every dynamic you see is going to be F or P, and then there might be M's, which we'll see in a little bit. So F, P, and M are the only ones we're going to look at. So if it's an F, it's something forte, and if it's a P, it's something piano. Okay? And this one's going to get a little more complicated. Look at this one here. We have a note on top of the staff. That's something we've got to think about. And also there's this little thing here, the flat sign. So let's just figure this out. If you're going on top of the staff, we're not going to have ones with too many ledger lines. Like we can have notes way up here. But we're going to go back to what I had here. It's on top of the staff. If the top note is F, if the top note here is F, what's the letter after F? G. Okay, so are we done? Is this a G? No, it is a G what? This thing is a flat sign, therefore it's G flat. So your pitch is G flat. Now what is your rhythm? It's colored in black, so it's not a whole note, it's not a half note, but it has a stem. Because if it's colored in black, it definitely has a stem. Then look at this flag. The flag can go either way, depending on where the note is. Okay, so the flag can go on the, see the stem goes up or down, depending on where the note is, and the flag will just go on the other side. All right. So this here is an eighth note, because there's one flag. G flat pitch, eighth note rhythm. Now what's our dynamic here? Well, I said earlier, if there's an F, it's something forte. MF, M means mezzo, mezzo forte. Mezzo literally means half. So like half strong, but we say normal volume, right? But you would write mezzo forte. Okay, another one, back to bass clef. Bottom line, good boys do fine always. The bottom line, G. Now, is this G? Is this simply G? No, it is G sharp. The thing that people are now calling a hashtag, whatever you want to call it, it's a sharp sign. It's a little different, it's angled, right? Sharp sign, G sharp. This one was G flat. Different notes. Okay. Now look at the rhythm. We have two flags on this note. One flag is eighth. Every time we change a note, change the way the note looks, rhythmically speaking, we're dividing it by two. Whole note is a simple circle. Half note has the stem. Quarter note's filled in. Eighth note has the flag. 16th note has two flags. Okay? If this were a higher note, you would see the flags facing the other. Okay. Now, what's our dynamic? MP. M always means mezzo. Mezzo, P, piano. Mezzo piano. Don't worry about the rest. Now over here, I'll just scroll too much. This note. This is simple. It's just a circle, so we call that a whole note. That's our rhythm. Oh, we forgot the pitch. But the pitch here, bottom space, treble clef, F, A, C, E, therefore it's F. Okay? F is the pitch, whole note is the rhythm. What's our dynamic? We have two P's. So we say piano, piano. No, we say pianissimo. Pianissimo. The Italian word for very, very quiet. But you want to write pianissimo. And finally, here's another one. Bass clef. This one, top line. Top line. Remember? Good. Boys do fine always. Therefore, it's an A. But are we done? No, it is A flat. You know, the accidental. Sharp, flat, sharp, flat, or nothing. So we had it as flat. Therefore, it's A flat. And this note, this rhythm we've seen before, just like this one over here, it's an eighth note. Another eighth note. And down here, FF is fortissimo. So remember, issimo is when you have both. Pianissimo, fortissimo. Practice this, looking at this, one, or you can go to musictheory.net, like we've done earlier, and make the difficulty level a little bit higher, and you should be fine. Thank you.